no gracias. Solo voy a empezar. I'm talking in Spanish now. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. We're gonna go way back to the beginning when I was 21 years old. Now I'm 23. This is how I walk now because I'm 23. I'm so old. I walk like this. Are you getting my walk?
Oh yeah.
I walk around like this. When I was 21, I was alive and I was spry. And I was like, what am I gonna do with my life? I kind of came to this epiphany where I was like, I'm gonna work for NASCAR. Let's walk. Let's just walk. Thanks, Piper, for carrying the bag. Piper's carrying every bag.
Here's Piper.
Here's Piper.
This is what I'm good for.
She's our camera woman, so she can't have a bag either. Yeah,
I'm very important.
No, that would be way too much work.
All right, let's walk.
Maybe you should use your hiking sticks to walk, Piper.
Okay, we're walking.
So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna work at NASCAR. I've never watched a NASCAR, what is it, a race in my life. But I was like, I can drive. I can work at NASCAR. So I got an interview.
Wait, an interview for what?
I got an interview at NASCAR. For like an
drive?
internship.
Oh.
To drive. I got an internship to drive at NASCAR. So like a marketing internship. And I got into this interview. I slayed the interview. I walked out. And I realized I had the worst pit stains of my life. It looked like I had gone down to the river and baptized my pits. To describe it, it was like this. Like it was wet, and then there was like one dry strip right here. It went from my armpit to my hip. So I like walked out, and there was the front desk lady. And I went up to her and I was like, hey, like, is this bad? And all she said to me was, oh, honey. So I got in my car and I was like, how am I gonna fix this? And so what I decided to do was write my follow-up email in the car. And this is what I wrote to the 4 professional men that interviewed me. I'm just gonna read the email here. Thank you so much for having me in for the interview today for the internship this summer. It was great meeting everybody and I'm excited about the opportunity. I do want to apologize for having the worst pit stains of my life. I got this new fancy shirt thinking it would be nice for this interview. I was wrong. Thank you again for considering me, and I look forward to the next steps. I did not get the job. There were no next steps. And I don't know if that was because of the pit stains or because when they asked me if I knew any race car drivers, I said Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow! Ka-chow! So after that, I was like, damn, I need some direction in my life. Where am I gonna go? So I went to my career advisor at Washington University in St. Louis, Missouri. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Washington University in St. Louis, Missouri is a top 20 school in the nation. And I'm not saying this to flex. I'm saying this to say, when I asked my career advisor what I should do with my life, she told me I should try to drive the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck across the country.
Maggie, I know someone who did it.
Wow, okay. And what, do they have $1 million now? Are they rich? What do you mean you know somebody who did
I'm
it?
at college. I'm friends with. Oh no! Wait, I'm sorry. He did the peanut mobile.
Oh, we did I lost my opportunity.
No. He did it. One time I saw him in Kentucky with Caitlin. Just driving. He saw the landscapes of America. That's what you could have done.
Well, I thought it was ridiculous at the time. Because you know what? I spent my entire life savings to go to this school, and you told me to drive the hot dog mobile across the country? I know your friend had fun driving the Go-Go Glizzy, the meat missile across the country.
Shout out Mason Moore.
But you know who that's for? That's for rich people. Enough of this progressive. Oh, go drive the hot dog. Tell me to be a doctor. Tell me to be a lawyer. So I was pissed.
Goodbye,
So
Lake.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to Guatemala. Get a view of Guatemala. Look where we are.
Wow. Hey, Piper.
I'm sure some of you are wondering, Maggie, what the heck are you gonna do in Guatemala? That's a great question. And the answer is simple. This is what white ladies do when they get bored. And I mean, look at the 2 white ladies that are with me, and we're all we come to Latin America to find ourselves. coming. But I'm just gonna say I'm different. Because most white ladies, like the white ladies I'm with right now, come to Guatemala to save Guatemala. I'm here to bring peace.
I'd argue we've not come to do that.
That's what they told me. And I was like, you know what, Katie and Piper? That's really white savior. Really a white savior of you guys. And I'm not really with that. So I actually decided to come here, and in the name of anti-white saviorism, I'm helping nobody. I'm not making an impact, I'm not making a difference, and I'm definitely not making a change. If you need help, I'm not your guy. And you can find me doing hot yoga on top of a volcano. You know what? Coming to Guatemala wasn't like a random decision for me. I did my research on one of the most reliable sources that there are in this world, on Reddit. And I went on Reddit threads and I was searching things like, what's the food like? What's the weather like? Other people had different questions. For example, one guy asked, and I quote, anybody hook up with some natives? And I wanted to be like, look, I don't give a Stan. That was his name. That was his Reddit username. Nobody's hooking up with you in the US. Nobody's hooking up with you in Guatemala. And I thought we were gonna ignore this guy in solidarity. When another male commented, and I know he's a male because he said, and I quote, as a male, I do all the time. Guatemalans are very passionate. Leave the Guatemalans alone. I think we can all agree that you should not come to Guatemala to get that thing swinging. Swing that thing in the US. Swing that thing domestically. It's cheaper. You don't need a typhoid shot. And I can tell you that's not the reason why I came here.
I was in Guate,
Uh-huh.
and I was supposed to see her yesterday.